Today we're going to make a reflection magazine ad in GIMP. We're going to make sure first that we have all of our correct toolbars, tool options, layers, and navigation window. First, go to Windows and make sure that we have single window mode selected, that we know that it's selected if it has a checkbox next to it. Let's say you don't have it selected and you don't have any toolbars. First, you need a toolbox. Go to Windows and then New Toolbox. You can resize the toolbox by clicking and dragging the edge of it in and out. You also need to go to Windows Dockable Dialogs and get your tool options. Drag it over to the left side. Windows Dockable Dialogs and Layers, and drag that over to the right side. And Windows Dockable Dialogs and Navigation, and that should show up on the right side as well. At this point, make sure that you are on full screen mode so that you can see all the options at the bottom of your tools. Now that we're set up, let's get started on our tutorial. Click on File, New, and make the image size width 720 and height 480. Click OK. We're going to choose a light red color and then use the Bucket Fill tool to click once and fill in the layer. Create a new layer. Use the Bucket Fill tool again, but use a dark red this time on the new layer. Now use the Ellipse Select tool to draw a circle, an elongated circle, in the middle of your image, like so. Right-click, select, and go to Feather, change it to 50 pixels, and then click OK. Then right-click, Edit, Clear, to delete the selection and see through to the light red color on the layer below. Always right-click Select None after using a Select tool. Create a new layer. On the new layer, use the Rectangle Select tool to draw a box on the lower third of the layer. Change the foreground color to black and use the Bucket Fill tool to click inside the rectangle and fill it in. Create another new layer. Do the same thing with the Bucket Fill tool, but with white. At this point, you should have 4 layers. The bottom layer is a solid layer of a light red color. The second layer is a darker red color with a circular hole cut out of the middle. The third layer is a black bar across the bottom third of the layer. And then the fourth layer is a white bar in the same place on the bottom third of the layer. Now, using the Ellipse Select tool, we're going to create a circle at the bottom of our top layer. We're going to right-click, select Feather, and feather it 50 pixels. Then right-click, Edit, Clear, to clear out the white so that we have this nice little faded white area. Right-click, select None always to get rid of those dancing ants. And then we're going to turn the opacity down on this layer about 50%. Time to add our watch. File, Open as Layers, and choose the watch image. Now we're going to use the Magic Wand tool to select the white area around the watch and add a layer mask with the selection and invert mask selected. Click Add, and then we're going to clear our dancing ants by right-click, select None. Let's move our watch by clicking on the actual image thumbnail in the Layers menu and then using the Move tool. Next, we want to duplicate the watch layer in order to create the reflection. Right-click on the watch layer, choose Duplicate Layer, go up to Layer, Transform, and then flip vertically. Use our Move tool to move it down so it looks like a reflection. It's touching the watch at the bottom. Turn the opacity down on that new layer to about 20 or 30%. And now we're going to add some text, the slogan for Fossil. Using the to-go script font, size 36 in white and centered justified, we're going to type the words, "What kind of vintage are you?" Our last step before saving is to go to File, Open as Layers, and choose the Fossil logo. Use the Move tool to move it below our text. And now we're ready to save. To see it without the layer boundary, just go to View, Show Layer Boundary, make sure it's not checked. And then we can go to File, Save As, save it to our desktop as a GIMP XCF image. Make sure that you name it something like Reflection Ad. Click Save. And then to export it, you go to File, Export As. Make sure that the file type is a JPEG, so scroll down until you see JPEG, and then click Export, and then export again. Great job, turn in your work.